In 2018, nearly 9,000 Jews still languish in Ethiopia. They have waited for decades to join their family members who were airlifted to Israel in Operations Moses and Solomon. Those left behind are destitute, living in appalling conditions. Nearly all are hungry. Hundreds of young children are severely malnourished and at risk of irreversible brain damage. Most have no medical care. For largely political reasons, Israel forced American Jewish aid organizations to end their relief operations and to leave Ethiopia more than a decade ago. Since then, almost no one has helped these abandoned Jews. Finally, in 2015, Israel announced that it would bring home the rest of the Jews of Ethiopia, eventually, and only in small groups. Those who can somehow survive until then, on their own or with our help.
You are here in the synagogue of community of Gondar, a Jewish community in Gondar, as a synagogue known as Hatikva, the Hope. Yeah. In Gondar, there is more than 6,000 people, Jewish people that waiting to make Aliyah.
This, זה, כן, וזה גם כן, אבל זה משמעות שונה. Okay, it's different. כן, זה yes, okay, כן, וזה הבית של הנמלה, okay?
Anybody in the Jewish community hungry every day? I mean, are they actually
most
hungry?
Most of them, yes.
Most of them
Most
are?
of them. They are eating once a day. I know a lot of families and they are living bad.
And what are they eating that one meal a day?
They eat injera. Injera and shiro. Injera is a local food in Ethiopia. It makes from teff, you know teff?
Yes, it's a grain. It's a grain,
It's
yes.
grain. And sauce is making from bean. Mostly they are eating that.
And do they have any fruit?
No fruits.
Any vegetables?
No vegetable.
Any milk?
Ha! No. Nothing.
And in America, if you're very poor, the government will give you a certain amount of money, but Ethiopia does not have any government assistance.
They didn't bring any assistance from the government. Yeah.
Okay.
Every morning more than 6 150 children get a food in summer. Children from age 1 up to 6.
What is the food that they receive?
1 bread, 1 egg, 1 banana, 1 potato, every child.
So the parents do not get food, only the children?
Only the children.
And is it only during these the summer camp or all year long?
Children that who are not included in the nutrition program as only for the summer program. But we have, as I said, we have almost 200 children that get a food in a nutrition program. The doctor suggests us to extend it because he said there is at least more 200 children that they have a nutrition problem, stunting, low weight, a lot of things they have. This is the food that we prepare.
So that's one, each child gets a package, each adult, who gets that?
The child from age 1 up to 6, we have banana, egg, tomato, and bread inside.
Is that the only food that some of the children eat all day?
Yeah, that is the only food that we can give.
So the doctor has diagnosed these children as malnourished.
Yeah. And there is more than 200 children that the doctor said that they are malnourished, but we don't have enough money now to provide the food for them, so we do what we can for now.
አምና ለአንድ ወር ነው የሆነው እንዳምነው ተሆነ ዘንድሮ ለአንድ ወር ነው
Last year that was for only 1 month.
Yes.
Last year. But we don't know how much time this extend. But if it is like last year, it is for only 1 month.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And the rest of the year, the synagogue has no food to give to the community, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not easy, we can see about the way they wear, you know. You can see the kids 2 weeks, same clothes, and not able to buy something. And they eat, sometimes they eat only here. This is their only meal over the day.
You mean the potato and the banana,
Potato, the banana,
and the
and the
rolled
bread.
That's all their food for the day. And that's only, my understanding is that's only during the summer program.
True.
So what do they eat the rest of the year?
Good question.
They live here, they rent a house. They rent a house here and pay for rent.
Hello. Hello, shalom.
Asked her how many people live in this
Shalom, hello.
house, and they said 4 people.
4 people. Okay. What's your name?
ስምሽ ማን ነው?
እሚት
እሚት።
Amit.
አዎ
Naim Mod.
ስለተዋወኩሽ ደስ ብሎኛል።
ነው
በስም ነው።
How long have you lived here, Amit?
ምን ያህል ጊዜያችሁ ነው ከዚህ?
ኧረ 16 ዓመታችን የመጣን
16 years.
What is she making?
እየሰራሽ
What is she
ስራሽን
making?
she's making for clothes. She sell it for the weaver, W-A.
So is this gentleman her husband?
Yeah.
Is this her husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
ባለቤቶት ነው አይደል?
አዎ ባለቤቴ ነው።
Hello. Hello.
ሰላም እያሉ
And the other two people who live here are children?
ሁለቱ ሌሎቹ ልጆች ናቸው አብረዋችሁ የሚኖሩት?
አዎ የባሌ ልጆች ናቸው።
ያ ልጆች
አዎ እናታቸው ሙታ እኔ ነኝ ያሳደግኳቸው።
ያ the children.
In her words, why did she move here?
ስራዬን ነው።
Because I am a Jew.
አዎ
Chairman, yeah. Chairman.
How many people live in this home?
Center 5. With her.
And everybody cooks over on this other side. They'll cook over there in the flat.
Now, as you see in the one room, sometimes we can see 7 people lives in one room, which is made from the mud.
Does most of the Jewish community here
Yeah.
live in mud huts with no running water, no sanitation, no power, nothing?
Nothing.
You're the leader of the Lukandar Jewish community, and we've just seen a couple of places where people live. My question is, how typical is that of how the Jews are living here?
Almost all of them are living like this.
Why do they not have a proper house?
Because they don't have nothing. There were a farmer in the village, but now when they are coming here, they don't have work. Most of the people is expecting money from Israel, from their relatives. The other is a daily laborer, so they don't have money to make a house.
We live in one room. 6 members of my family live in one room. Imagine.
And that's made out of dirt and sticks, right?
Yeah.
And what is and how about the ground, the floor? Is the floor dirt?
It's dry, but like this.
Dry dirt. Okay. And you were telling me you have like one light bulb.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
light.
yes.
One light. And okay. And you have a water pipe that gives cold water.
Yeah, where we accept the water from the owner.
From the owner, yes. And then if you want to cook, you build a fire out of coal or wood.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you want to wash yourself, you heat up the water on a fire. Is that right?
Yeah.
You don't have anything electric to heat the water.
Definitely.
Most of the community lives where?
Means it's really far from here. Almost they are surrounded by the forest.
How long does it take to walk from there to here?
From here, the nearest one, it take you 1 hour, like that one. With the farthest one, it takes almost 2 or 3 hours, like that.
Each way.
Yeah.
But they come on Shabbat.
But they come on Shabbat because Shabbat, you know Shabbat, that means it's a peace day. So every Jew in here, they love Shabbat. They always coming on Shabbat in here.
I don't mean any disrespect when I ask you this question. So when you have to go to the bathroom, do you go? Is there a room outside that you use? What do you do? No. There's no other little room outside.
There's no other room outside.
the community clinic is located in this building, is that right?
There is 512 children. They get medical care through this clinic, and one a month we paid him. Also there is a pharmacy, a drugstore here. We also contract with him, and we take credit service, and then in 1 week, in 1 month we pay. We took a contract for 6 months for now. For 6 months, and we will see. It depends on the donation that we will receive.
So how much does the community pay per month for the children that get medical care?
No, especially this month, it was so high. Yeah, almost 250,000 per, included the medicines.
So that's $10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than 10,000 almost.
Yeah.
It includes. It doesn't include the nutrition program.
Is there a nurse or a doctor or a medical clinic for the sick children?
No, there is no. Maybe this will happen in Gondar, but here there is no. Most of our families are in Zuwai, but we're here.
You don't know when you will be allowed to go there. So he said.
We heard that the Swahili government decided to bring us within 5 years.
Why do the Ethiopian Jews want so much to go to Israel?
We can remember the Hashem's word that he said he will collect us from everywhere. Means Bible, in the Bible he said, I will spread you like everything, then I will collect you. He said, God said.
ሰዎች እንዲላሉ
We
የእግዚአብሔር ቃል
cannot deny God's vow for us. God tell us that I gather you and I collect you.
If I'm showing this video to American communities and they want to know what they can do,
If they can do, maybe to sending money for the people for the medical treatment or for the food. If we give them some food amounts for every families, that would be good. And also now we are starting medical treatment for the age 1 to 5. If it is okay to giving for the others, for the adults and for the elders, that would be great for us.
okay. Is there anything else that you would like the people who I will show this to in America to know about your community?
እንግዲህ ሊሆን ይችላል ብዬ ነው የምገምተው።
It's just I would like to say thank you very much for everything which you give for us and for the summer program. I would like to say thank you very much.
They live from what they have, but they don't have a lot. They don't have enough, that's for sure.
Does anybody have a bicycle that they could ride here?
It's Jack. No one has.
And why not?
Because we are poor. We are absolutely poor.
Barbara, you are the founder of Nakoch, is that right? And you've been involved for decades in trying to help the Ethiopian Jewry.
35 years.
How would you sum up the situation currently?
I would say for the 9,000 Jews abandoned in Ethiopia, it's as desperate, maybe more desperate, than anything I've seen in this period of time. They are all internally displaced persons without true homes, without farms, without villages, trying to live in Gondar province and Addis Ababa while they wait in the hope of Aliyah, which would rejoin them with many members of their families who are already in Israel. But where they are, they have no means of supporting themselves decently, and they're not getting help from any of the major Jewish organizations. We're the only ones going in now.
Why do you think that is?
We have talked with the leadership of the major organizations, and they have all kinds of reasons why they're not going in at this time, but actually doesn't really matter why. They just aren't doing it.
Barbara, for those who are watching and would like to make an impact, what is the realistic amount of money necessary to do so?
One highly nutritious meal for a small child to save from possibly dying, basically from malnutrition, costs $1.60. And that is a very reasonable sum for a good, nutritious meal. But we need that for hundreds of children, and we need it 5 days a week. We have children who were saved recently by medical and nutritional intervention from what the doctor there told us was going to be death. We don't want any children to die if we can just feed them a meal.